I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted. Stay humble.
Yes, people, wait for me. I'm just fixing up my lights in here. It's a bit dark for some reason. It's a bit dark. But hit the comments and let me know what you guys are up to. I want to know. Is there anything, in the world that I need to be aware of? Like, is there any transfers that's been talked about? Because I have no idea. I've been at work the whole day. I wish I was here doing some streams in the afternoon, like I normally do, and chat to you guys. Yeah, let's go. Just trying to get the headphones on. Yeah, just do the usual, people. Hit the likes, hit the subscription, hit the notification, and say what you want. That's what I'm here for, and we can discuss whatever you want. Okay, let me just get everything ready. Sorry, guys. I'm always unprepared. For some reason, before the shows, I'm always like this. I want to be ready, man. Be ready to go, brother. Be ready to go. Yeah, here's my headphones. Yeah, so today, obviously, we're going to listen to Mr. Arne Slot to give us the updates on injuries, what's going to happen against Tottenham. Remember last season, we faced Tottenham at their ground, and, the screw job happened, as I call it, the screw job. Liverpool got screwed over with a goal that was genuine, wasn't offside. And Tottenham beat us in that game. It was down to 9 men. Not 10 men, 9 men. So Jones and Jota, I believe, got sent off. I know Jones got sent off. Maybe it was Jota. I'm not too sure. I'm sure Jota got 2 yellow cards that game. I'm sure he did. Yeah, so we're going to listen to the press conference. I hope you like this new layout. As I always do every year, I have to change, try to get better, make it more, attractive. That's what it's all about, guys. All I want you guys to do is get in the comments and say whatever you want. Just relay it back to me. Ask me any questions. That's what I'm here for. I want to represent you guys. I don't think enough Liverpool content creators, chat to the chat. So that's what I want to do. That's why I said, going forward, I'm going to do my own thing and enjoy it that way. That's what I'm trying to do. So, yeah. So let's do the press conference. I think, there's a few training clips I could put on, obviously, the screen. I saw Salah doing some amazing shots from from outside the box, inside the box, and all that stuff in training. So we could look into that. I'm looking forward to the Tottenham game. It's not going to be easy. Let's just put it that way. They have beaten Man United yesterday in the League Cup, and that's who we got in the League Cup. So it's going to be 2 legs, home and away. We're going to, I think, start at their ground and then come to Anfield and play them in the second leg over there. Hopefully, we could get some more goals in the first leg, and then second leg we'll just take it home, and then we're going to be another final for a second season. Obviously, last season we beat Chelsea in the final in the League Cup. But, we've got bigger fish to fry as well, which is the Premier League and the Champions League. I think we need to get back to winning ways. I think we had that blip. And, majority of the players are back. So I want to see what's back. What's the injury update, man? Is Konate back? Is, Bradley back? Players that we haven't seen for a while. So that's what I'm going to see. Yeah. So let's go. Don't want to keep talking. Let's go. Oh yeah, baby. Let's do this. Let me get to the comments before we start. Yes, like I always say, people, please like, share, and subscribe and all that good stuff. Appreciate that. Sean says, big up Sean as always, brother. Barnes was the man. Yeah, my hero. But it's different generations, Sean. It's not always the same people, innit? things change along the way, and people can have different, prefers, different kind of players they prefer to the previous players. So it's whatever you grown up on. That's what it is. You know what I mean? And obviously, Sean, you've seen John Barnes probably in his prime, and some people haven't. So, they'll choose probably Mane. Because Mane was awesome. Let me just put it that way. Mane at Liverpool, what he did, listen, especially that time we won the league, remarkable. People forget that. People, I don't think, understand what that guy did, and that's in that season. He was the best player for us in that season. Out of the probably three, Firmino, Salah, and Mane, out of the three, I thought Mane was the best in that season. And the way he brought back home the title, I will never forget that. But I'm a John Barnes guy. Come on, man. I grew up on that guy. So let's listen to the press conference, pick out certain bits, and we could discuss it. Big up Michael Barnes all day long. Love Mane though. Yeah, of course, all of us do. Abdul says hi, Fuz, hi chat, assalamu alaikum. How are you all doing? Bless up and many thanks. You never walk alone. Big up Abdul as always. You always help me, bro. That's what it's all about. I don't forget. Jason, hi. I was born on I wasn't born on Barnes. On Barnes for me, Mane. Okay. See, everyone has different preferences, as you can see, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff from Abdul. All right, Fuzz. Yeah, sure, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Just finished for Christmas and staying out of trouble. LOL. That's the way it is, bro. That's that's life. I've always said it. Just get on with life. Stop looking for, things that's gonna give you stress. That's what I say. And be a free spirit, man. That's what it's all about. I keep myself out of things. I don't want to be involved in any problems. I just want to do me. I'm at the age I don't need no stress, bro. That's what it is, and I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. So yeah. So let's go to the press conference. Just get the chat busy, man. Let's talk, brothers and sisters. Let's listen to Mr. Klopp. Sorry, Slot, not Klopp, Slot. Oh my God, I made a mistake there. Boo boo. Slot.
Can we get your reaction to the League Cup draw, obviously, now that you've been paired against Tottenham?
Interesting game, but I think every draw would have been interesting because I don't know if it's always the situation in England, but 4 top teams still in the draw, so there was not an easy one. And now with Tottenham, especially with us playing them Sunday, and then I think quite in half of January we played them again. So yeah, interesting draw.
Interesting as well because of Tottenham style of play. They tend to seem to go for it and never really put the brakes on.
Yeah. You really, I really have to give them credits because if I look at Tottenham, and I come from Holland, but I did watch a lot of Match of the Day, and I think about Ginola, Paul Gascoigne, Glenn Hoddle, and Reece and Modric. For me, Rafael van der Vaart, Gareth Bale. They've always been a certain brand in football for me, and a certain identity, and I think Postecoglou gives them that identity back completely. So it's every time a joy to watch them, and sometimes results once in a while go against them. But I think they were one of the teams that beat City, like us. Not all of them beat them in the manner like we did, and Tottenham did, because it was completely deserved in these 2 situations. Dominated the whole game. We and Tottenham. So great work that Ainge is doing over there, and I hope this has been seen a bit more. And I also hope that he wins the trophy, not the League Cup. But I'm completely a fan of his team for the Europa League, because people always talk about trophies. That is so important. Now, for me, his brand of football, his style of football is so much more important. And if he can combine that with winning something, that would be so good for football in general, because then people can stop talking about it.
Listen, Ange plays a type of football which is exciting. They're front-footed. They pass the ball about in the right way. They play a high line, which gives opponents a lot of opportunities. Which is, it's not. That's the only thing I've got a problem with Tottenham when they play that high line. They go as far as the halfway line, guys. So all you have to do is get a ball over the top, and you're through on goal if you're fast. That's the problem they have. But if you're talking about footballing wise, they play some of the best football I've seen in the Premier League this season. The issue they have is just defensively. Honestly, like the goalkeeper, and and what's in front of that is a problem for me because if they sort that out, I think they'll be a better team than what they are right now. They'll be a top 4 team. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, but it's a lot of mistakes. That causes problems for them because they can be about 3 goals up. The other team can come back and make it 3-3, and it shouldn't be like that. Especially a team like Tottenham, a superb team like Tottenham as well. So yeah, that's what they got to work on. But listen, with time they will get there. You can't really judge a manager on 2 seasons. You know what I mean? It takes time for a team like that, to get to the top. That's what they want to aim for. And look at Klopp. It took us how many seasons? 3 or 4 seasons to start challenging number 1. And after that, we was winning trophies on a regular. So it happens. It can happen. But chopping changing managers ain't the way. I think the way forward in a club is giving that manager that you give the opportunity to time, patience, finance a little bit here and there, and get the right players that fit the system, and then see where you go from there. But when you're rushing things and expect things to change quickly, that's when things go wrong, and that's what Tottenham has been doing the last few years, in my opinion. But yeah, listen, like I said, Ange plays the right kind of football. It's just the defensive side and the high line I have an issue with. But yeah, listen, it's all good, man. It's all good. Don't panic, Tottenham fans. You'll get there one day.
This is 2 attacking or whatever. How on earth can you play 2 attacking football?
How do you look at the position you're in yourselves at the moment? Because a few weeks ago we're talking about you having an 8-9 point advantage, and this weekend Chelsea could feasibly be above you in the table when you kick off on Sunday.
Yeah, I look at it like I've said for 3, 4, 5 months. Judge the table after 19 games, because then everybody played the same opponents. Probably we all had a bit of the same bad luck and a bit of the same luck. That means Arsenal, for example, had a lot of red cards in the beginning of the season. That's why they dropped points. Now we were unfortunate to receive a red card, and we dropped points as well. We still have Tottenham away, which were games that I compare it now with Arsenal had to play in the beginning of the season. Chelsea already played there, so yeah. Don't look.
Listen, if you have a blip like we have, like being a draw, it's not a bad thing, guys. I'd rather draw games than lose games. You know what I mean? If you call that a blip, that's something we could rectify, something we could sort out, just along the way, and build up on. Don't forget, we lost a defender that was consistent, probably the best defender in the world currently by performance. I'm not saying he's, the best, the greatest defender of all time, by performance and, international football as well as club football, which is Konate. Van Dijk is Van Dijk. You know what I mean? That levels is too high to even catch anyway. So when you lose that and get a player from the cold that hasn't played a lot of games in recent times, it's difficult for that player. He might start off great, but if slowly he will come down again, and that's what's happening to Gomez at the moment. And it's unfair, our fan base having a go at him, in my opinion, because he tries his best, but sometimes it might not be good enough because he didn't have enough games. You know what I mean? Playing against different opponents each week is difficult. You know what I mean? So this is what he has sometimes, and he has to cope with as time goes on. Us judging him right now shows the lack of knowledge about football, because you're having a go about a player. You're having a go at a player that's not played, to say, all season. If you know what I mean. So him coming in against Man City playing the way he did, it was brilliant. But after that, he dropped off, and it's to be expected. But I honestly think, give him time and patience. He will, his performances will pick up, and then we could say, were wrong, the people that actually judge him in the first place as well. So I know we're saying Joe Gomez is no longer a centre back. I agree with that. But if he's a cover for the likes of Konate, that's not a bad that's not a bad player, to replace him. We're forgetting Gomez and Van Dijk have won the league together. The league, as I was speaking about earlier, when Mane was the talisman, Mane was the best player in that season. The two centre backs that got us that league was Gomez and Van Dijk. So he can reach that kind of performance if he gets consistency in the pitch and understands the way we play. Number one, understands his partnerships around him, because we keep chopping and changes. It's going to be difficult for him, and the opponents as well. It's going to be different striker every week, different midfielder every week. So he just has to catch up, with everything, and I think he'll be fine. He might not be like Konate and Van Dijk, but the quality is there at the end of the day with Gomez. And in my opinion, it's unfair. It's unfair the way we're reacting towards that. I think we should take it easy and let him find his way, getting back to the form that we know him to be, that he had before. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Yeah, but people keep the comments coming in, like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And let's keep it going, man.
Look at it where you were during the season. It's about where you are in the end of the season. But the best other moment to judge the league table is halfway.
I think last night in the game against Manchester United, as far as Spurs were concerned, we saw the good, the bad and the ugly. Is it difficult to know what to expect from Spurs sometimes, because they can be so inconsistent at times?
Said that.
They are consistent in their playing style and what they want, and for me they're sometimes a bit unlucky as well, because what happened yesterday, they dominated the game. They're always they always like to attack. So sometimes he plays with three attackers, then with two attacking midfielders. The fullbacks join so much and join the attack so much. So they're always there. And yesterday, for me, they were so unlucky. So people say, why do you bring the ball out from the back? Because they lost the ball. And the second one, the goalkeeper wanted to kick it away, which is what everybody wants then, but it's still a goal. For free, I don't think there are many season ticket holders in the country that are that can say that they watch so many great games.
Listen, Tottenham had a bad goalkeeper in goal. I think it's unfair blaming the players for those two goals they conceded yesterday. Is it 3 goals? I think it's 3 goals. Yeah, 3 goals. Yeah, I think it's unfair. Blaming the whole team. I think that the whole team as one done pretty well. I thought they were the better team against Man United. It's just the goalkeeper just kicking the ball straight to Man United to score. And that was the problem. If they didn't have that, they would have won that game comfortably. They were 3-0 up. You know what I mean? So it's just the mistakes that led to the goals that almost cost them that game. So if you look at the overview of that game, Tottenham were the better team. It's just the mistakes that cost them, almost cost them the game as well. So yeah, they're a dangerous team, man. Especially at home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They are a very dangerous team. As I said, it's just the defensive side they struggle with. Look at Chelsea game. I think they were 2-0 up, and then Chelsea pulled it back 3-2. So they can do it, but one day that will connect, the defense and the midfield and the attack. That will connect, and I just hope it's not Sunday. You know what I mean? But let's get back there.
Maybe the ones at Liverpool, but. I think it's a privilege to be a season ticket holder at Tottenham. It's a privilege to be fan of them at the moment, because they play such a great style. And it's not like since Ainge arrived, they don't win anything anymore. Before that, they were not a club that won many things. But what they always won is the sympathy of the fans. In Europe, maybe also in England, I don't know, but definitely in Europe, because of the style of play they had. And that is something which you must not underestimate. If I think about Spurs, I think about the shirt, I think about the playing style, about their identity, about certain players. Yeah. And for me, he brought that back completely.
There's no doubt about that. You're forgetting, guys, as well. Arne Slot was linked to Spurs. He was about to join Spurs until I think he realised, it's not a good time for him to leave. I love managers like that, to be honest, guys. Sometimes you could offer managers money, a lot of money. And they refuse because they want to progress as a manager to become the best manager possible. And that's the kind of manager we've got. I mean, he could have went to Tottenham last season. I think the season they chose Ange. So yeah, he decided to stay at Feyenoord and, develop himself as a coach. And I admire that because, in the modern day football, it's all about money. It's all about fame. It's all about, getting an arm around the shoulder and things like that. People forget, there's a profession there. There's something that graduates you as a great coach there, and to be remembered as well. And he's got the possibility of this season to be remembered as a legend, man, already in his first season at Liverpool Football Club. If we win, obviously, the Premier League, I'm not going to say we are, but if we win it, and then you got the Champions League on top of that as well. We're in both competition, and we're top of the league in both competition. We're in the we're in semi-finals of the League Cup. We're still in the FA Cup, and at the same time, we're resting players. A lot of our fan base say we need to drop players to win the league and the Champions League, but we have done that, and we put the youngsters there, and still we're winning. So it's not a bad thing. I don't know where this attitude comes from. Throwing games, Liverpool used to win titles every time back in the day. Champions Leagues and the league. That was a regular thing back in the day with only one sub. Now you get 5 subs and people are telling you to throw competitions. And as I said the other day, if you lose a competition, what makes you think you're going to win the other ones? So if you lose every competition, was that a good season? No, it ain't, because you've got no trophy. It's like what we said about last season. When we talked to Arsenal fans, they finished second. We finished third with the League Cup. Who had a better season? Us, because we're in the same competition as them. And we've got a League Cup in our cabinet. That's the thing, guys. That's what you got to look at. Trophies are important. Don't put corruption in players' minds, because once you start doing that, it becomes a regular thing on players. They'll have that mindset of shall I throw the games? Are we really interested in these trophies? You don't want to put that, because it destroys the confidence of everybody, us as fans, players, and coaches. Every competition you're in, try win it. Even if you got youngsters, let's try. We might lose the game, but at least we tried. That's what it's all about. But when we're saying purposely throw it away, it's a big problem, guys. Honestly, guys, it's a big problem. Never corrupt players' minds, man. Otherwise, you're gonna act like Rashford. Look at that poor guy, man. He's lost love for football. That's a guy who's lost his way. It's nothing to do with moving clubs or anything like that. I don't think Rashford wants to play football anymore when I look at him. How can you be on a pitch, beautiful turf pitch, and thousands of people watching you, and you just don't try anymore? Nah, man. He's living my dream. Not playing for Man United, of course, but I'm saying in football terms. He's living our dream, guys. That's what I dreamt of as a kid. When I left school, they ask you what you want to be as a job or anything like that. I said footballer. I always believed I could have done it. I didn't make it, but that's my dream. And he's living, and he's walking around the pitch without a care, and that hurts me more than anything. It doesn't matter who you play for, guys. It's football. Well, football fans first of all. Without football clubs don't exist, and that's how I see it, guys. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad the way some footballers don't see what they got until it's gone. And then you see them at the end of their career saying, I wish I did it a different way. Madness, man. Absolute madness. But let me read the comments, and so I'll continue. Big up, Ravi. Big up, brother. Big up. Big up the Falls. What you're yelling? You're telling me. Sorry, brother. They read that wrong. We need the club like a reggae DJ proper. Yeah. 100%, bro. 100%.
Ange said in an interview last week that he thinks football management is the hardest job in the world, maybe even harder than being the Prime Minister. What do you think of that?
I've said so many positive things now about him and his style that if I say another thing, it seems like I'm his agent. But I also like the way he presents himself in the media. He always finds a different way of saying things. So I heard this remark about him saying that we are judged every weekend, and the Prime Minister only been judged once every 3 or 4 years. Although in Holland, after a year, we already have new elections the last few years. I think it's right that people talk more about the decisions managers make than the decisions a prime minister make. That is definitely true. But it's also true that the decisions the prime minister have to make are a bit more important than the ones we have to make.
At a busy time of the year, how good is it to have somebody like Harvey Elliott now back fit and playing and being able to play in slightly different roles as well within a game? How much of a boost is that for you at the moment?
Every time a player comes back from an injury or a player is available is a boost for us, for the team, because it has shown now many times already that we need every player. You saw this in the Fulham game, so you're talking now about the Southampton game. I'm talking about the Fulham game, the way Diogo came in, the way Harvey came in, the impact they had, Darwin.
Listen, every player coming back is important. It strengthens us, doesn't it? Like if we're going for trophies and titles, it's important to get players, back to support the players on the pitch. Because if you keep playing the same 11 every game, then you're gonna have problems in it. They're gonna get fatigued. They're gonna get injured, and that's not right. That's not right. I think the first half of the season, the first teamers have done their bit. The second part of the season, the players that's coming back from injury have to play their part as well. And I can see that happening. Big up Callum, brother, man. Always, man. Yes, Foz. Yeah, I'm good, bro. All right, lad. I'm good, brother. I'm good. Something for you guys, innit? Because I don't do streams every day, so I thought I'll come back today and let's see what Arne Slot is saying. He will give us injury updates. And, we're getting ready for Tottenham, obviously, for Sunday. Can't wait for that. You remember what happened last season, Callum? You know what I mean? Something happened which is weird. A goal was disallowed. Don't understand that. All four was available on Sunday. Let's go 6 up top. 100%, brother. Respect, brother. Yes, Abdul. I'll read the other stuff, Abdul. Don't worry, bro. Just keep it coming, man. I have a certain time, I talk. I look at the chat. I save everything. Don't worry, bro. Yeah, but keep the chats coming, guys. That's what I'm here for.
With an assist as well. So yeah, in this league, especially if you also play Premier League and you're still in the League Cup and the second half of the season we get the FA Cup. Also, it's so important to have all your players back, and Harvey is one of them.
And similarly, Chiesa, with more minutes for him now, is he getting stronger now, closer to where you want him to be?
Yeah, he definitely is. Because you see him on the pitch now, it means he's getting stronger and he's getting better. He had to adapt for quite a long time. I've said so many times, as expected, if you miss team training sessions for so long, and then you go to a league where the intensity is so high as well, and to a team that plays with a lot of intensity. But he is getting stronger, but he's also facing a lot of competition in the right wing position.
I like Chiesa. I think he's got a lot of criticism the other day in regards to his performance. I don't know what the criticism was all about, because the guy has just come back from illness, injuries, and all that stuff. I think with time he'll be all right, guys. I'm a firm believer. What I watch of him, the way he nutmegged the player, the way he ran with the ball, and what I judge a player on is off the ball work, and he's done plenty of that so far. So yeah, second part of the season, I can see Chiesa going so far up people's minds in regards to positivity, and he could be the difference in the title race and the Champions League this season, because he hasn't played a lot of football. He could have a lot of energy to burn and help us out in certain games when it's tough as well, guys. And like what you said, Harvey Elliott coming back, that's a bonus in my opinion, having a youngster like that back in the team. But he needs to do more for himself, because Klopp is no longer there to give him an arm around the shoulder. The likes of Curtis Jones and the likes of Harvey Elliott right now are under investigation from this coach, because are they going to be part of the first team on a regular, or are they going to be players we have to think about selling in the summer. As I said, the dad is no longer there. The players have to start, thinking for themselves and become men now. Everybody, is becoming a man. That's what it's all about. No more, Klopp hugging you, telling you everything's okay, correct everything on the pitch. That's gone, man. That is gone. So yeah, players have to wake up now and play for their future at Liverpool Football Club. That's how I see it. I know some people might disagree with me about it, but it's the truth. It's God's honest truth. Goal disallowed and the food sacked. Everyone outside of Liverpool hates us. Why? It's just, I've always said it. Imagine in the 70s and 80s, a team just dominates it in a regular basis, the league and the Europe at the same time as well. Everyone else behind us, 18 titles to Man United 7. I think Arsenal were 9 or something like that at the time, who were and Everton, I think about 10. Everton was the closest one to us. So the Merseyside clubs were the dominant clubs in the league. Hence why they created a new league to give the likes of Manchester United, Arsenal and these other teams, Chelsea and Man City, to win it on a consistent basis, because, you put teams through nightmares for years and years, the hatred will be there eventually, and that's what happened to us, guys. But you got to understand, we had tragedies along the way as well. We lost, loved ones, and it affected the football club, if you know what I mean. And we've been called liars at the same time as well. So things like that can affect you, and that's what happened to us. Now everybody can see the truth. What's happened with the 97? We was never lying, and we've won our cases. It's not finished yet, but people know the truth now. That's the most important thing. The sunlight, the police on that day lied, and they put us through a lot of stuff, which is not right. But now, as I said in my tweet the other day, the pause is gone. Now we'll concentrate on Liverpool Football Club again and put people through nightmares, and that's what I want to see. But like I said, Abdul, listen, winning things consistently can bring a lot of hatred. Look at Real Madrid, what they face, if you know what I mean. It is what it is, though. Big up, brother, man. Big up, Rob16. Hope you are well, Fuzzy, mate. I'm good, bro. Just come back from work. I want to listen to Mr. Arne Slot, the coach of coaches, seeing what he's saying and give us, updates on players. Appreciate the comment, mate. Appreciate everybody that's come on, man. I don't ask for much. I don't. Just come here, chat to me. That's what it's all about.
Players as well, like McConnell and Tyler Morton, who again are going to, at this time of the year when you're playing a lot of games, could be very useful for you.
Yeah, I think that's what made our game against Southampton for this club special, because we've seen that most of the clubs that were in the quarterfinal played with their starters. Only a few played with players that don't always play. Now, if you then look at United, that was a team that didn't play their starters. There were still players that were in the team that cost them 100 million. With us, if we don't play the starters, you see academy players either on the bench or playing or coming in, and that is what makes this club, I think, special. That there's always room for academy players, and that's not this season. That has been at this club for so long.
Exactly.
That if at this club we miss a few players, we take a look at our academy, and that's what is part of our identity, you could say.
I'm glad you said that, because I don't think a lot of people notice Liverpool Football Club from under 9s all the way to the senior team. They play the same formation, the same, tactics from the first team. So when you come into the first team, you wouldn't look out of place, and that's how we are successful at the moment, guys. As he alluded to, he said that whenever the kids come into the first team, nothing's changed. It's like the same thing, and this is what we like about our football club, because everybody plays next to each other in the training ground. And I don't know if people know that, like the under 9s all the way to the senior team, it's one pitch after another, and they're all in the same training ground, which is important, because when the youngsters look at the senior players from distance and all that stuff, and the senior players come across and talk to them and things like that, it gives them a boost. It gives them it gives them life in regards to football is gonna be there. And one day you could be playing with these players, as Trent has, as Jones has, as Tyler Morton, Kwanzaa, McConnell that came on the other day, and Nayoni. All these players came on, and look at them. They don't look at our place. It's just, it's a beautiful thing, guys. The best thing about Liverpool Football Club is we're minding our own business. We're not interfering with other clubs, like Man United singing about Feed the Scousers the other day. I heard it. I'm not deaf to it. And just doing our own thing. People hate that. That's what, why rivals hate Liverpool as well. It's because we don't entertain their negativity. They are negative towards us, and they want us to, have a go at them and lose focus of reality, which is winning the league, winning the Champions League. That's what they want to do. But we ignore everything. And, the best thing in life is being silent, because, silence goes a long way in regards to success. And I love that. I really love that, man.
Feels like your in-game management has really stood out in recent weeks. Obviously, a lot to do with situations you find yourself in matches, but are you asking different things, new things from the players at the moment now that you've been here a while and they're used to your overall methods?
I don't think new things. I think it's constantly getting them aware of the same things and coming back to this every time. So sometimes you have a lot of attention for our attacking play, final third play or build up, and then you feel like we have to work on our defense again, and then after 3 or 4 weeks you feel like now it's time to talk about build up or a final third again. So it's just getting the message across as much as we can, because it's normal, not only with the football players but with my children as well. If you don't tell them a few things regularly enough, they tend to forget these things, so that's why this constant repetition is so important for a team. So I don't think we do a lot of new things. Maybe small details once, because football changes, so you have to adapt wherever you can and introduce new things. But the main message has always been the same, and it's about repetition.
Perhaps, how does the team's kind of overall fitness kind of play into that at a time when the schedule is so gruelling and you're getting so much out of the players, often in extremely demanding situations, so whether it's down to 10 men or different circumstances or conditions or anything like that?
And the question is?
Just kind of whether the nick that the team is in at the moment is allowing you to get so much out of them at such a difficult, grueling time.
Yeah, but I think that has been like this for all the months that we've worked together. We've put a lot of effort in pre-season, although many of them were not there. We also made the choice to give them, in my opinion, quite a lot of days off. Maybe that's not the opinion of the players, but they had quite a lot of days off. And I still feel that we find the benefits of that at this moment, because I know in Holland some clubs only gave them 7 or 8 days off, and a few of these players got injured or as they say themselves, are very tired at the moment. Good thing for them, as they have a winter break now. But so I think we and again I have to make compliments for the performance staff, because I fully trust them on that part, have managed that really.
That's one thing people don't know. I don't know if everybody knows. Like, when he means days off, he lets the players go back to their families and enjoy time with them. Even I think when they play at Anfield, the players don't go to hotels anymore. They stay with their family, and then on the game day they meet up. Obviously, come down with the coach and come to Anfield. So that's something different from Klopp. Of course, Klopp likes the atmosphere, to be around each other, to be around the hotel and things like that. And listen, continuation of the same thing sometimes becomes boring. But if you change it up like this, be at home with your family, being happy and all that stuff, is something good, man. And I like that. I like that idea. That's what I said to you guys about Arne Slot. What I like about Arne Slot being a head coach, he just concentrates on the players, and it's beautiful, man. And this is why we're doing as well as we are. The players have more attention on them now. There's no more he has to do, go and meet up with the local council and meet up with about 50 families outside the football. That's not what he's here for. He's here for footballing reasons, and this is why I like this head coach thing. And a lot of us are talking about it in a negative way. They miss the manager kind of thing. I don't. I really don't. I think football's changed, and the head coach direction, focusing on the football club, internally is the best thing. Externally is too much, in my opinion. Big up, brother. Big up and more. I told you I was coming on. There you go, bro. You finally found it. You finally found my channel, yeah? Wow, what an analysis. Yeah, big up, brother. Just need more people in here. That's what it's all about, bro. That's what it's all about. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
Really well till now, but still a long way to go. A lot of games to be played. But if I'm correct, I think it's only 2 players in red at the moment. That means only 2 injuries left, and of course a few of them are coming back from injuries. But I think we only missed 2 players on the training ground today, which is a positive thing.
In interview this week, Trent has spoken about wanting to build a legacy that means that when he finishes his career, he'll be remembered as the best right back. Just wondering, do you like that sort of ambition in a player, and do you feel you've built a platform here for him to be able to achieve that?
Yeah, I definitely like this in the player. I think this is something every player must have if you play at this level. You need, if you don't have this, you probably don't play at this level. As long as they understand that they need the team to be special as an individual, as long as they put the team first, and as a result of that be special themselves, and that is what they all do, including Trent. But they need to have this. All the top players have this. They want to be special. They want to be the best. If that's not what you have, I think it's so hard to put the effort in. We were just talking about to stay fit, to play, to be good every 3 days, because okay, you always see them during the game, and then you probably feel like, oh, what a life these players have. And that is true. They have a great life, but they have to put a lot of work in to be able to be at their best every 3 days. And that's not given to everyone, that mentality and that discipline. And therefore, I think that's the mentality of a top player. And part of that is that you need and want to be the best possible player in your position, or the best player in the world.
Well, listen, Trent can say whatever he wants, like being the best player in the world, winning Ballon d'Ors. I've never seen a player that doesn't work hard win those trophies. I've never seen a trophy like a Ballon d'Or appearing on your arm without you trying hard. You know what I mean? So, first of all, work on your defense, and try to stop crosses going into the box. Try to be more aggressive, create goals like you used to, and be the vice captain that Liverpool Football Club wants you to be. And we'll see if Ballon d'Or will hit your door one day. You know what I mean? I've never seen a right back win it. I've seen great right backs in the past, like Cafu, Jorginho before Cafu. So many of them. I've seen so many of them in the past, and I've never seen them win Ballon d'Ors. Even Maldini didn't win a Ballon d'Or. So you don't have the right to ask for things like that without working hard. And when I see Trent sometimes, I don't see him do anything remotely, that's going to get him Ballon d'Or. Okay, he does some great passes, Beckham kind of passes and all this stuff. That's great. But what's your sole purpose as a right back? What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to stop goals going in. And it doesn't it happens a lot from your side especially. So if you're looking for Ballon d'Ors, improve as a player in regards to defending, in regards to being a team player, in regards to being a vice captain as well. Because one day, very soon, if you still stay at the Liverpool Football Club, you will be the captain. The worst thing that could happen to Trent is him getting about 3k a week, 300k a week, and performing the same way, because people are gonna ask him questions. Bro, you got the most money as a player at our football club. Why are you trying? You know what I mean? So if you're looking for this type of money, as I've been hearing, you got to improve your performances, because people will watch you, people will judge you, people will actually say bad things about you as a player. So yeah, listen, Ballon d'Or ain't as easy as that, man. You need to work hard as a player. You need to perform in a high level in order for you to get that. Rodri won it because he wasn't the best player I've ever seen in my life. Hard work and grit. That's why he's won the Ballon d'Or. There ain't no great players around after Messi and Ronaldo that's standing out like them. So nowadays, you give it to DMs and players like that. So yeah. So listen, with Trent, he needs to do a lot of work in order for him to win Ballon d'Ors. You could do the talk, but on the pitch, you're not doing the walk. So let's do it, man.
Hi Anna, you've had goals from your number 9 position in back-to-back games now, with Jota against Fulham and then Darwin against Southampton. We saw Luis Diaz play as the number 9 in Jota's absence. He played really well, but after that hat-trick against Leverkusen, he found goals and even shots a little bit harder to come by. Have you seen enough from him in that position to say that you're going to get more opportunities to develop as the number 9, even now the main 2 are back fit and firing?
Yeah, let's start with the positive thing. I think it was a week ago where people said, yeah, Darwin doesn't get his numbers. And 1 week later he has an assist and a goal. Then you said, and mostly you're correct, but then you said, yeah, Jota has a 9, scored a goal. I think he came in as a midfielder because Darwin was the 9 at that moment. But he is also a 9 for us. So Lucio can play for sure in that position. He's done that very well for us. I think he's played there a few times, not that many. I think Girona, he played on the left. So I think after the Leverkusen game, he maybe played more games as a winger than as a 9. But he can play there, and we've got more options to play as a 9, like you just said, Darwin and Jago as well. But Lucio is definitely part of that position as well.
If I heard it right from certain reports, Lucho wants to go to Barcelona. He doesn't want to sign a contract for Liverpool Football Club. I'm not missing that. You know what I mean? I don't really care. You know what I mean? I'm all about Liverpool Football Club at the end of the day. I've always said that 70% since Mane left has dropped from that left-hand side. So if he's like thinking of going to Barcelona, good luck, man. I mean, nobody's going to stand in your way. I don't rate you that highly anyway. So the guy doesn't do much, people. After the goals that he scores once in a while, what does he do on the left side? There's no creativity. There's no defensive side of it. There's no, a team player. What does he do? You know what I mean? He needs to do more. If he's, thinking he's a top player, he's got to do more than what he's doing. We shouldn't be advocating for Diaz to play as a striker because he's not a striker. I don't know where this comes from, this notion like he has to be a striker. He's not. Even when he plays up front, the ball bounces off him anyway. You see him in the active training ground, when the ball comes in the air, he kills it. Why doesn't he do that in the games? Why are you always miscontrolling balls? Why are you always, getting it into positions that, is difficult in the game? It's weird. It's strange in my opinion. I'm expecting more from him, but he has this thing like every season. He plays well in the beginning, then all of a sudden he disappears. Now we have to find him a position. Is it a striker? Is it a winger? Come on, man. Like, it's just, it's madness. It's every season. And then you keep hearing about Barcelona. If you want to go, man. Nobody's going to miss you anyway, man. We miss Mane. I miss Mane, man. Mane is my guy, man. I don't do this guy, man. I'm sorry, guys. I know, like, a lot of us want to say, good things about Lucho. We sing his song. But he doesn't do much, man. He doesn't do much. Unfortunately, we have to see it for what it is, and we have to support him through this, through these dark times. But listen, there's a times we're gonna need him during the season to win us games, and he needs to step up right now because that's I don't know how many games. I can't remember the last time he scored. Let me just put it that way. I can't remember the last time he created a goal. Let me just put it that way. So you're just on the pitch. What do you do? I mean, how we talk about Trent and the way he defends, but we don't talk about Diaz the way he plays. It doesn't. Guys, man, at least Gakpo, yes, he's not in the game majority of the time. He's not catching the eye as you want him to be, but at least he scores goals, and he at least he makes attempts to set up goals with his crosses to the far post, and you see him helping out the fullbacks as well. I've always said it. Okay, you don't score goals. What do you do next? Work hard, right? Do something more for the team to win, right? And that's what Gakpo does. That's why I prefer Gakpo more than him. And you gotta be realistic. Diaz has all the talent in the world, but he keeps doing the same shit. Going towards a player, losing the ball, he goes out for a throw-in, or they intercept it and they counter-attack. It's boring, man. It's just too much. Like, come on, guys. Like, I don't understand what people support when they see things like that. You have to call it out. He needs to improve, man. He's 28 years old almost. I think he's hitting 28 now. That's the prime of your game, the best part of your game, and we're still waiting for him. Man, as I said, 70% of the left side has gone when Mane left. We're only getting that the 20%. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's madness, man. Sorry, 30%, not 20%, 30%.
There's the talk recently on the pressure and scrutiny that managers are under. Are you someone that's able to switch off when you're outside of this place? And if so, what is it you do?
It is true that in certain situations there's a lot of scrutiny, and the other word was
Just the pressure.
pressure. Yeah, but it's once in a while. It's also a nice job to have. So it's not only negative. I experienced this job in the last 4 or 5 months, and I know we've won a lot, as actually only positive. So I cannot tell you. Of course, there's pressure, but I haven't felt scrutiny. Maybe there was some scrutiny after the which was the one, Nottingham Forest game. But you don't always. That doesn't always come to you. If you lose a few more, then you start to feel there might be some negative emotions as well. So it's not only negatives for me, especially 2024. I only look back at it as only as positive. But yeah, it's true that because of the room is quite filled over here as well, and there are probably now many people at home giving their opinions as well on social media. It is true that people have a lot of opinion about us, but sometimes that's also positive. It's not only negative.
Just check, where are Kanate and Bradley?
These are the two that are still in red, so they don't train with us at the moment, but they are on their way back, but they don't train with the team yet.
What do you think is realistic?
That is what I've said before, quite difficult, because I thought that Jota would have been back a bit earlier already, and sometimes the end stage of rehab takes a bit longer. Sometimes they join and then they are like, I'm not completely ready to start yet. So let's wait and see. But yeah, we have a very good rehab personnel over here, and they've done some good work already with Allison and a few others. And the main thing is, if they come back, that they are ready to come back.
Exactly.
And we must not focus on 1, 2 or 3 days. It's more important for the long term that they stay fit afterwards. And this is what till now they've done really well, and hopefully with Connor and Ibu the same thing happens.
Listen, and the second part of the season is going to be a long tunnel we need to go through, guys. And getting the players back early and then they get injured again is going to be a problem for us. So let's prepare them for the second part. Get them, back probably at the end of the year, which is a few weeks away, and see where we go from there. Don't rush them back, because when you rush players back, it causes more injuries, and we don't want to go through that anymore. And Konate is very fragile. Players like that, when you get them back too early, they get injured again, and we've got a problem, and we don't want to go through that, especially when you're challenging for titles as well. So, yeah, give them time, man. Give them time. Big up. Broski put Hugo's song on the thumbnail for Spurs over Solanke. Do it for the Asians. I know you're Asian yourself, bro, and more, but the thing is, there's a reason I put Solanke there, because a lot of Liverpool fans the other day on Twitter, they were saying about Solanke, we regret letting him go. He should be at Liverpool. There was a lot of arguments between, the fan base, and if you ask me about Solanke, I think it's good for him to go to Tottenham and Bournemouth and play teams like that, because that's what his level is. I don't see him being in Liverpool. The guy had his opportunity at Liverpool Football Club and didn't really take it with both hands. People like Solanke, he's that kind of players. That kind of player that's a late developer, guys. He's a late developer. It takes him a while to understand his surroundings. Then he gets better. Sometimes 1 or 2 seasons, and that's not. We can't give him that time, guys. Let's just be realistic. He's had his time at Liverpool Football Club. Congratulations to him. Now he's a Tottenham player scoring goals for them. But I honestly think his level is where he's at now. I don't think above that in the big teams. Like he's been at Chelsea, he's been at Liverpool, didn't take the chances. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, get the comments through, guys. We need Hugo Song on the left. Nah, man, he's too old now. He's too old. He's too old, brother. Gakpo is good though. Yeah, I think so, bro. I think like people underestimate Gakpo. They don't look. They don't look the overall performance. They just look at when he crosses the ball to the far post, it goes over everybody's head, and people get pissed off about that. But if you look at overall, like what he does defensively, offensively, how he connects with the players as well, it's something special in my opinion. And with time, I think he'll get better. The thing that's happened to Gakpo in his Liverpool career, he's playing too many positions. Now he's found a position on the left, and he's scoring like seven goals, 9 games or something like that. So 7 in 9, yeah. So you know he's doing. If you ask anybody, that's a phenomenal goal scoring stat. So yeah, just give the guy a break. Things will come together eventually. As long as we don't confuse him to play as a central midfielder, as a number 9, a right winger and things like that. Let him continue his progression in the left, and then we'll see what happens at the end of the season. Because he's doing pretty well in my opinion. I don't think he's done anything bad, apart from some crosses sometimes. I agree, but it's a learning curve. You know what I mean? He's back to where he belongs, which is the left side, where he played for PSV. That's why we bought him. You know what I mean? Playing in that side, and yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine, guys. I think people overreact with him. His honesty sometimes lets him down. Really, that's what it is. He's too honest as a player, and people just hold on to that and try attack him with it, which is wrong. Not everybody's going to be like Mane and Salah, guys. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? Everybody has their way of playing in football. So Gakpo doesn't offer you, the explosive pace like Mane, but it offers you something else, which is, being at the back post, dribbling sometimes, and putting the ball in the far post, cutting in, trying to shoot in the top corner. And if you watch him for PSV, he had all that and more, because he was their set piece specialist as well. So when you take away a lot of things from a player, he doesn't catch the eye as you want it, as you want it to be, and that's what's happened to Gakpo in my opinion. And but to me, he's finding his feet so far at Liverpool Football Club, and he's getting better. I see that, and I think everybody else should see that. Like I said, 7 goals in 9 games. It's not a bad return at all.
Final question for
It's not so much a problem in Southampton, but maybe in the last couple of Premier League games, maybe kind of slow starts. Is that something you're concerned about, or something you've spoken to the players about at all?
Yeah, interesting, because my feeling was the same. So I thought I always watch the game back, but when I watched our game back against Fulham, I felt the same. It's a bit of a slow start. It doesn't help that many of our home games, one of our players gets a knock, and there's a treatment for 1.5 minutes, and then there's a rule in this country that the player then has to be out for half a minute or 45 seconds. I don't know exactly how long it is. That doesn't help to build the momentum, because against City and against Madrid, I think we had quite a good start. But when I then look back at the Fulham game, first 10 minutes were really good. We were 2 or 3 times threatening them. Unfortunately for us, the linesman 2 times raised his flag. That wasn't offside. Talking about momentum, it's not a big thing, but it doesn't help to create momentum. We had a shot from Curtis Jones where we picked the ball where we should have had a corner, which the referee gave a goal kick. So I think we started quite well. But if you simply look at goals, we didn't score in the first 10 minutes, and we conceded 1, and we took a red card after 15 minutes. But which is difficult because there are vital moments in the first 15 minutes. But if I look at the other 14 minutes, I liked what I saw. There was intensity. Yeah. We were on top of them. We were trying to come in the 18-yard box. But for the reasons I just gave, the momentum was not the same as it was against City or Real.
You see, I understand what he's saying. I agree with what he's saying, actually. With the smaller teams, sorry, I don't want to say smaller teams, but with the smaller teams, like Fulham, Bournemouth, etc., the reason we struggled to score in the first half and all that stuff, it is because they play rough kind of football, which is physical kind of football. They give us a couple of knocks in the games. It's like something that's planned. You know what I mean? It's like last season. What was that kryptonite? The opponent scoring in the first half in the first few minutes. That was our kryptonite, and we had to come back some way somehow to win the game. This season is teams keep us quiet in the first half, and we struggle to break them down. It's more physical and all that stuff. If you look at Nottingham Forest, how did they beat us? They put their physical players on the pitch, and then they waited until the 75th minute to bring on their flair players. And what happened? They scored that goal and won the game. And the games after that, it's just similar. Second half, we had to score a goal, and we had to rush things and all that stuff. But I've always said it. What can open up games is you starting the game well. Get a goal in the first 10 to 15 minutes. They have to come out of position, and then we attack them and get another goal. And then they have to still come out of position to get their goals, and then we get more goals. That's how it goes. He talked about the Man City and Real Madrid game. I agree with it. Obviously, we started well. We've done good in that games. I think we scored in the first half in both. I'm sure we did. Why? Because Man City and Real Madrid play their game. They don't come here for physicality. They come here because they believe in their philosophy, the way they play. That's why we beat teams like that. I'm more confident against the big teams than the smaller teams, because the big teams play their football. Then that means we have to play our football, and then we tit for tat, and then we get the goals, we defend better, and we win those games. That's how it is. It's just the smaller teams. They come with a game plan. They analyze our games. What's our weakness? What do we have to do against Liverpool Football Club? And it works for them. That's what it is. We need to start off game better. We need to be more smarter in order for us to win these games. And I'm sure 100%. Arne Slot and the coaching staff will figure that out eventually. It's something to do with analyzing opponents. That's what you got to do, innit? And see what their weaknesses are as well. Obviously, they study us. Why can't we study them? If you look at the Newcastle game, it looked like they had more energy than us because they prepared better in that game than us. And that's what we've got to do. I honestly think that. And each player, what they need to do is analyze their own game as well. If you look at these games that we're dropping points at, each player needs to look at himself and see, what did I do wrong in that game? What do I need to improve? And I don't think enough of that is done in the training ground. And, obviously watching videos, looking back as well. Let me read the comments, then I'll finish this and I'll go. But please, people, like I've always said, I've been trying to build, my YouTube channel organically, just coming on here on a regular basis. I just need you guys to just come and subscribe, get in the comments, and make the channel as big as possible. You get things like this on a regular, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Nunes is left wing, then a 9. Diaz is left wing, and Jota is 10. He used to be a 10. Like when Jota was growing up as a player, he was a 10. I don't think people know that. Or false 9. Gakpo is a left wing, then a 9. We need Isak. A lot of people are saying about Isak, bro, but he gets injured a lot, if you know what I mean. But some people said he doesn't. I don't know where people are coming out from this. I really don't. But Isak is good. I wouldn't say, listen, I'm not that type of fan that's gonna say no. You know what I mean? If he comes to Liverpool, of course I'm going to support. Of course I want him at my football club. Come on, man. I'll be the first one at the door to say, welcome, my friend. Come in. So, yeah, it's good. It's good, man. But, yeah. I asked Alvarez from Atletico Madrid to swap Nunes and him. That's what I said. Nico Williams is better option. We don't know. It's a different league. Nico Williams is a good player, but it's a different league, bro. It's a different league. I've seen a lot of great players come to this league and fail. Let's just put it that way. Big up, Ensman. Big up, bro. Have a great stream. Thank you, my brother. Please go subscribe to Ensman TV. He's one of the best in my opinion, and he's a very, very hard-working content creator. And he deserves all the success, as everybody else as well. Let me get back to the press conference, and we'll end it there.
But what we did was the same. Let's put it that way.
Cheers. You're welcome. Okay.
Wow. I didn't know it finished there. Great. Okay. That's enough. I don't want to be looking at that anymore. Yeah, here I am. Yeah, so as you heard, the manager did. So the coach did say, everybody's fit apart from Konate and Bradley. That's what he said. That's good for me. You know, what I mean, we've got a lot of players fit. That means, and so we'll have a stronger bench in other games. I like that because I looked at the bench sometimes and I said, well, very, very weak, if you know what I mean. We should have, strength and depth. Let's look at this, guys. I want to see the players taking shots at the goal. That's something we don't look at, do we? So yeah, let's check that out, actually. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what was that from? Gravenberch. What was that, bro? You could do better than that. Come on, man. That's poor. That is poor, bro. Nah, no. Can't do that. Sorry, guys. Let me just put it on the page. That was poor from Gravenberch, guys, honestly. Let me look back at that, actually. That was poor. Oh! Hey, close up. Goal version! Oh! Soboslai and his Ronaldo techniques, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Maybe if you look at someone like Salah or something like that, maybe you'll improve, man. This Ronaldo technique is too much. Knuckleball hitting is too much, man. Oh!
Give myself one more.
Oh, Joe!
Oh!
Some say me left, that's me right.
15 times.
Don't man,
Oh, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it?
Come on, just feel a minute.
Down. The last person we thought was gonna get it got it. I need to see that again. I don't believe it. Go on, Darwin. See, people like Darwin. He must be a lot of fun. He must make people laugh, man. I'm telling you guys. It's just sad, the player, the quality is just not there. That's what it is. I like that. Giving him support is the best thing, man. Gotta give him support, man. What a player. What a shot, sorry. What a shot. Great shot by Nunez. There's another thing I saw. I saw Mo Salah doing some ridiculous things. So I want to see that. Let's see this one, actually. Oh, Dominic. Hang on, let's look over. Oh, can't touch that. Salah. Oh. Dance. Side netting. Proper. Dominic again.
No.
There's Dance again.
I have 4.
Oof.
How many?
Soboslai.
One gone.
Then we go back to your left foot.
Wow!
I never understand how Dominic misses chances like that. Look at the shots. Hey, Trent is different. Go on, Dance. There's Diaz. Oh, chipped him. He chipped him. He chipped him.
Oh my.
The most dangerous thing in football is a happy camp. I've always said that, guys. If you got a camp, everybody's together, they could do anything they want, man. Anything they want. I'm telling you, man. Let's see Salah. Let's see Salah, actually. Let's see what's happening there. Left foot magician, man.
Hey, Arvin!
Inside. Take your time. Take your time. 4 or 5.
No, he doesn't like the pressure.
Come on, Mo. Right foot.
That's a good finish.
How many? Right foot. Right foot finish. 12. What's the score?
I love the happiness. I love the togetherness of our football club, guys. Honestly, it's beautiful, man. That is brilliant, man. One day I'll visit the AXA training ground. You never know. You never know. Yes, people. I hope you enjoyed that. I just want to analyze the game. Just check out what the manager is saying. I need to discuss it with you. So I appreciate everybody that's on. I appreciate everybody that's commented. Thank you. Let me just get back. Real. True talk. Big up, brothers. Big up, man. Appreciate that. You never walk alone. Always. I love that. Always. Yeah. All right, guys. Go get ready for work. Another day. See you soon. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Take care.